Homeboy Nico. And this week we are starting our Black Hair two-part series. For part one, we will focus on Black men's hair in honor of Black History Month. And today's special guest is a personal friend of mine. He's the most well-versed, eccentric, and an inspiration to me. He's a world traveler. He's known as PhD in Waves on all social media platforms. And importantly, he's Ghanaian. Please welcome PhD in Waves.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I'm excited to have this conversation.
For sure. Thank you for joining. So thank you for joining the home team. And before we start everything off, I want to ask you one question. Do I still look Dominican?
You do. You do. I'm telling you, if you came to New York, they would think you look Dominican.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So let's start with, there's a video I saw on your page. I stumbled on that video. You looked like you were 10 years old, and you were like telling the camera, like, okay, I'm gonna be this big YouTube, this YouTube person, and it's kind of like it came to fruition. So, how do you feel?
It feels good. I never thought I would actually like accomplish that goal, because in the beginning, it was so hard to like find a niche. So
Okay.
I actually gave up. But then around the pandemic, I picked it back up, and then I never thought it would blow up. Honestly, I just kept making videos, and then one day it happened. But now that I have the platform that I have, I guess I am pretty proud of what I built. Yeah.
For sure. So, you were a nurse at one point, and you left that. So tell me, first of all, what were you, and then what was that transition like, leaving that great job and moving towards being a YouTube personality?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't a nurse or a doctor. I was working
Oh,
in a hospital.
okay.
I was working in a dialysis center.
Mhm.
And that's what I thought I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to get into the medical field.
Okay.
Um, I was actually switching career paths. So I was like, okay, let me try the medical field. And while I was in the medical field, I hated it.
Yeah.
Like, I was around like a lot of different personalities. Like, people were just very tense,
Yes.
and people were just stressed, and you're just around a lot of people and they're projecting, and you're around a lot of sick people, and I'm just like, wow, like I actually don't want to do this. So I decided to quit, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm making enough from social media that I
Right.
can travel.
Right.
Obviously it would make more sense if I kept the job, and then I just did social media on the side. But I'm just like, okay, I'm making enough money, let me just travel.
Yeah.
I could always go back to the medical field if I wanted to, but I feel like capitalizing on this moment while I'm still young and being and traveling, I'd rather do that. So
Yeah.
hopefully that
Oh,
answers your question.
yeah. No, for sure. It's funny because I actually majored in healthcare as well, and I just I just feel like if you don't have the passion for it, it's just not something that you should continue to do. So I definitely agree with you.
Right.
We are actually going to enter an icebreaker just so that we can, relax some nerves and just play a game, get to know you. So this icebreaker is called Do Rag or Don't Rag. So what happens is if you do agree, you say do rag. If you don't agree, you say don't rag. So number one is every man should start their waves at the bald stage. Do rag or don't rag?
Don't rag.
Don't rag. Okay. Do you want to explain or?
I know I made a video saying that, but you don't have to do that. You just have to have like a nice low cut. You don't have to be bald.
Okay.
I did that for content. A lot of my videos are just for like shock value and content.
And we're gonna talk about that later, actually, because there's a what question I want to ask you.
Right.
Okay, so number two is Ghana jollof is better than Nigerian jollof.
I never had Nigerian jollof, so I'm gonna
You
say
don't need to have it.
Ghana jollof, Ghana jollof.
Got you, got you. Good answer, good answer. Number three, men should wear do-rags every night before bed.
Durag.
Do-rag, okay, cool. Shampoo your hair every day.
Don't rag.
Don't rag. Okay, you want to explain?
When it comes to your hair is very fragile. So
Okay.
when you wash your hair every day, you're stripping your hair because shampoos have a lot of surfactants and agents that strip your hair.
Okay.
So that's just weakening your hair, and then it's going to become prone to breakage. So you don't really want to wash every day. I would say twice a week, once a week.
Twice a week, once a week. Okay, that's good advice. The last one. Ghana has gotten over gentrified with tourists.
A
Do
thousand
rag.
percent, 1,000%. Especially Accra. I would say Accra, not all of Ghana. I would just say
Yeah,
Accra.
yeah,
Accra.
for sure. I would agree with that. Okay. So my first question to you, well, thank you for that. We're done with the icebreaker now. But my first question to you is what type of content do you feel helps your audience? From your tutorials, you have product reviews, you have daily lifestyle content. Which of those do you feel helps your audience the most?
I would say the hair care content. That's kind of what I'm known for, waves. Whenever
Okay.
I'm out in public, people are like, "Oh, I watch your wave videos."
All right.
And so many people ask me questions about waves because that's kind of what I started with.
For
So
sure.
I would say the wave content.
Okay. Okay. And how has your wave journey impacted your confidence or your personal growth?
A lot actually. I think I made a video about this, but I would say like it gave me a lot of confidence because a lot of black men, they don't really know what to do with their hair.
Mm,
They struggle with their hair a lot, whether they have
mhm,
curls or waves. For
mhm.
me personally, I didn't know what to do with my hair texture.
Right.
So waves gave me the opportunity to have a nice hairstyle. And it also taught me a lot about hair. So it gave me a lot of confidence. I feel like it changed my life because before
Yeah.
waves, my hair looked crazy. Like it looked crazy. So
Mhm.
it gave me a good hairstyle to, uh improve my appearance.
For sure. For sure. What did your hair look like before?
Um I have pictures.
It's okay. You can just describe it like
It was just like peasy nappy,
okay, like beady
I don't
beads.
know if are you familiar with those terms?
Beady beads.
Have you heard of do they say peasy in the DMV?
I was just asking about your lingo, wondering what area of the states were you from, since we're from the DMV.
Okay. My lingo is weird because I was born in New York, but I grew up in Connecticut. So I have a very suburban lingo, but
Yeah.
Connecticut is still very close to New York. So there's still some influence from New
Right.
York. And I live in New York now, but I don't have a New York accent. But so I guess most of it is just Connecticut.
Yeah, for
But
sure, for sure.
I was in
Actually,
Connecticut today.
okay, that's what's up. Okay, what did you get to do out there?
I got a tattoo.
No way.
Yeah.
You got a tattoo?
Yeah.
Like
A
I'm trying to
video.
finish my sleeve, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's not finished, it needs to be finished. But I actually do want to before I ask the next question, I want to get a little deeper into what was upbringing like because I know like you said you lived in Connecticut and then you moved to New York later. So what was upbringing like and what were your friends like? What was your parents like? Tell us a little bit more about you.
Um, Interesting upbringing. Because my dad is Ghanaian and my mom is Black American.
Right.
Um, but I mean, it was a pretty normal childhood, I guess. I played sports, got into a little bit of trouble. Um, I didn't live in like a good neighborhood because
Okay. Okay.
we didn't grow up with money, so I grew up in I guess you could say the hood.
Okay.
So but for me personally, I didn't really get involved in that. I tried to keep my head on straight and focus on school and sports.
Mm,
Um But yeah, I played like, Xbox, played basketball.
Okay,
Um, pretty normal childhood.
for sure. So my next question is, are you a male baddie? I want to know, are you a male baddie? Do you consider yourself a male baddie? The reason I'm asking is because just like me, I think you like to have, a clean haircut, you maintain your waves well, you have a skincare routine, you're well kept, you carry yourself with a presence, and I think TikTok would define that as a male baddie. Do you consider yourself to be a male baddie?
I'll say in the summer. In the
In the
winter,
summer?
it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like in the
Yeah, yeah,
winter, my skin be dry, but like when I'm in like warm weather, like my skin is clear.
for sure.
Like, so I'll say in the summer.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Why do you think your content reaches so well to your core audience? Why do you think these, if they're men, if they're men of a certain age, why do you think that they say, this is, who I want to follow, this is who I want to watch his videos and kind of learn from?
I think I offer a lot of value. I think it's half and
Yeah,
half. Like I try to be funny sometimes, but I try to also
yeah,
offer value. So
yeah,
I feel like I offered a lot of value for people because a
yeah,
lot of people say like, oh, your videos help me so much.
for sure.
Um, and that's kind of why I named my page PhD in Waves because I wanted to like be a teacher with
Okay.
waves, basically. So yeah.
That's so interesting. Okay. So what are the biggest misconceptions that people have about black men's hair?
Um, I would say there's a lot of misconceptions.
Okay.
I mean, could you be a little bit more specific?
For sure. Well, let's say for example, um, people might think that black men have it easy when it comes to even growing their hair. And then that could be not true.
Mhm.
People may think that black men's hair balds easier, and
Right.
then that could not be true.
Yeah.
Some people take do-rags as being ghetto. Is another example.
Right. So ghetto, I mean, do-rags could be ghetto to some people, or
Right.
so what is a good misconception?
I honestly, I think hair care in general, everything about hair care is a misconception. Like you could name anything, and people don't really understand anything about hair care because
Mhm.
people, there's just these like myths that people just run with, like brushing your hair is gonna make you bald, or
Mm,
using Cantu is bad for your hair.
okay.
uh, only natural products. I think everything is a misconception.
Oh,
Like
okay.
people, I don't know why, but like literally, you can name anything, and people don't really understand the science behind hair care.
Mm,
Um, and that's why I try to like do my best to research hair care like so much. Like I would spend hours and hours and hours researching hair care
right.
to become an expert in it, and that made me realize literally everything. Like people think you get waves naturally.
Mm,
Like anybody could get waves. Like
okay.
it's not like they think that you get waves like naturally. Like, oh, this person can get waves, but this person can't. That's not true, you know.
Okay. Okay.
So
That's a good one. So are you afraid that one day when you cut your hair, maybe one day it won't grow back? Reason I ask, because I see a lot of videos where you're starting fresh, starting fresh, starting fresh. So I'm just like, oh my God, I would be so scared if I cut my hair off and it didn't grow back. So
right.
yeah.
I'm not scared because there's so
Mm,
many ways to get it back. And for me,
okay.
like I know my hairline is strong at the moment.
Mhm.
Um, but I know one day it will go, but I know it's not now.
Yeah.
Once once I see my hairline starting to thin, then I'll know. But like right now, I know it's not thinning right now, so I know it's gonna
Right.
grow back. So I don't
For
really have
sure.
any problem cutting it off.
For sure. For sure. Okay. And so there was one time where you went blonde, you cut your hair into a airbender, avatar airbender, if you will. And so I want to know what inspired that look? What made you do that?
Well, first I was kind of tired of my like waves because I never dyed my hair before. So I
Mhm.
was like, okay, let me try this out. But what happened was the color that came out was like I hated the color. Like I was like I didn't do it right or something happened. So I knew I was gonna cut it all off. Like I knew I was gonna cut it all off. But like before doing that, I'm like, okay, let me play around. Let me do an avatar arrow. I thought that would be funny.
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. And so let's just say you knew somebody, they only had like $20 in their pocket, they didn't have too much money, um, and they needed products for their hair. It was a man. Uh, what top three products would you say he had to have?
Okay. For waves, I would for
Mhm.
waves,
Yeah, for good hair,
good
for
hair.
waves, for
Okay.
good hair, anything.
I would say definitely get a comb. Get a comb.
For sure,
Get a leave-in conditioner so your hair isn't dry.
for sure.
And then I would say a do-rag. I think
Okay.
that would be a good to protect your hair at night.
Okay, that's a good top three. Good top three. So the streamer Speed, he did an African tour, and from my knowledge, you've been doing African tours yourself. You've been running at the Black Square. You covered yourself in shea butter. You were riding horses at the Black Square. You were filming yourself at waterfalls. So my question to you is, did Speed steal your African itinerary? And is it a coincidence? I ask you, is it a coincidence?
No, he didn't steal anything. I mean, people have been touring like the world forever. Like travel content is not new. Um,
Mhm.
but what I will say is like he kind of inspired me more because he's like 21 and he's like traveling the world and he's making like a lot of money. So like he kind of he,
For
he
sure.
he inspired me to like actually push it further.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a great answer. Thank you for that. Do you think that his visit to Ghana helped Ghana be seen more as affluent rather than, certain countries they get viewed as a little bit, well, countries in Africa, period, get viewed as, maybe they're struggling, people are suffering there. Do you think he helped with his visit to Africa?
I'm gonna say yes, even though he didn't really highlight like anything specific. Like he was only he didn't really show anything affluent, to be honest. Like, did you watch his stream?
I did not, but I caught some highlights. I do know, for example, when he went to when he went to the Shea Butter Museum, I was like literally screaming to myself, like, "Oh my gosh!" Because that was on my itinerary just this past year, and then I was like, "Oh my god, I didn't get to go. I don't know why I forgot to go." And he got to go, so I was like, but he looked like he was enjoying it,
Yeah, I think he
And
showed like the naturalness of Ghana because he was at the waterfall.
Mhm.
He went to see the Shea Butter Museum. So I think he showed a good side of Ghana. But I
Right.
wouldn't say like the rich side. Like it's not like
Mhm.
he was in Legon or
Slagan,
airport.
Charazako.
Yeah, he didn't show that part, but I think he showed the beauty of Ghana.
Right, right, right. What would you say is the rich side of Ghana? You would say East Legon, Chazaco,
Yeah.
those
Continents,
areas. Continents, okay. Okay.
continents, East Legon, Spintex,
Yeah.
yeah, those areas.
Okay. Okay, for sure. We spoke a lot about you traveling the world, and you have been to places like Ivory Coast, Nairobi, Kenya, Togo, and more. What would you say is your actual favorite?
After Ghana, I'll say Ivory Coast.
Okay. Why?
Because it honestly, everything that I like was there. Like
Mhm.
they have beautiful beaches. They
Okay.
also have a lot of museums and galleries. The food is amazing. It's
Right.
also very developed. Like the roads are very developed.
Right.
They have beautiful resorts. Um, so everything that I could ask for was there. So I was very surprised when I visited.
For sure, for sure. Okay. Now, is there anything you want to leave the viewers with? maybe you could tell them where they can find you as well.
Yeah, for sure. PhD and Waves on all social media platforms. I'm working on a lot of new content. I'm kind of shifting my content
Okay.
because I don't really want to just do hair care. I feel like that kind of puts you into a box.
Okay.
So I kind of just want to focus on self care. So
Wow.
that includes hair care, skin care,
For
health and
sure.
wellness. So a lot of the content that I'm going to start making in the next, 3 to 6 months is going to be a little bit different. But
For sure.
yeah, that's my goal.
But thank you so much. I'm going to end it here. And I really appreciate you once again.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, bro. See you. So are you a father, or are you who was the child in your in your Instagram?
No, that's my nephew.
That is your nephew. Okay, clarity, because I remember we were talking. I was like, hold on, my friend doesn't even have a child. So this is crazy, but it's good to know. Thank you for clearing up for the people.